Today's a biggie. We either have 2 games or 4. We either stay in League 1 or we're promoted to the Championship. A lot of rides on today. Let's see how we do. This is Average Gamer. My name is Duncan. Welcome back to the Elgin Experiment. There is potentially a lot on today, and hello again, that we're not really going to spend much time before the match. The other thing is, we have nothing to show. We've came straight from the previous game where we lost. And we lost the league on the final game this season, although we did drop down before that. And this is our lineup for today. Mulder in goals, Freeman, Hamilton, Bimsom, Clark, we'll explain that in a minute. Matthews, we'll explain this one in a minute. Stott, Coote, Whittaker, McKeever, and Monday on the bench. Webster, Riley, Gillies, Hewitt, Onyemachi, Wilkinson, Ide, and Naku. And Ben, Payton and Brown are not being dropped, they are being rested. Both of the guys are knackered. I've actually been recommended to give Rico Brown a week off, but we just can't. We can't do it. We'll know if we're in the final, that's not within a week. So rest him today, bring him in for the second leg. Potentially having to do that same thing if we reach the final. For the final, same with Payton. This is what we have, this is what we're going with. This is all we can do. And it is our double header against Montrose. We don't have a ball winner in the middle of the park. We could have played Hewitt, but I've decided to go with a box-to-box midfielder. Why? We're not scoring enough. Let's try and put in another player who can do a bit of a defensive shift in Matthews, but will also try and create. You see our recent form. It is absolutely atrocious. And the last time we played Montrose, they put us to the fucking sword. I am genuinely concerned that this whole thing could be done by the end of our first game today instead of the second leg. And what I am very happy to see though, look at that. That is a packed stadium for today. The fans have turned up today. Maybe not a sellout, but by Christ, we can't be that far away. That is the most fans I have seen at Borough Briggs since we've been manager. I mean, fair play to them to come out now when, the season hasn't went as planned. The season has ironically went as planned if you asked me before the beginning of the season, but, we went from looking likely to win the league to dropping a third within a couple of games. We reached a Scottish Cup semi-final. If you're not going to come out and back the team now when we clearly need it, our form is just falling off a cliff. If you can't back the team now, when can you, is my question. And we do have decisions to make in the summer. We are losing Whittaker. We're losing our one and only, realistically, good number 10. We are losing all of our wide players with the exception of Coote and McKeever. And up front, we have a Naku and Ide, but no real goal-scoring threat between them. We're losing a lot of the midfield. We're losing a lot of players. We may go into next season with a different shape, a different tactical style. But honestly, knowing what league we're in will be the first big step. Matthews, shot from distance, is well over. But I'm very, very genuinely delighted to see the Elgin City fans out today supporting their team in potentially the last home game of the season here at Borough Briggs. And right now, we are looking like the team on top, going by the stats. Freeman to deliver this corner. If we could take a lead now, it would go a long way. But them breaking is giving me the fear. Come on, lads. Oh, Freeman. If that's who that is, it's either Freeman or Coote. One of them is not, or Matthews maybe. Someone hasn't done well there. They've gave Fife so much space. I don't even know what Molden's doing. I'm kind of glad in one way to see the end of Molden. Kind of annoyed at myself how much we're paying Hogarth to be back up again, but we need better in goals, and we just can never seem to get the right level of player in there. Although, to be fair, again, for most of the season he did. It's just, like everything else, it's just fallen away. And against a run of play, I would say in terms of chance creation, we are one down. Montrose have had all of the possession. That is not in dispute. But in terms of actual chance creation, we have been doing the better of it. But it's been all for naught. We are 1-0 down. Loden does well to tip that over. I thought Conley was going to put us to the sword again, like he has done time and time again. I was kind of hoping he'd be out of contract. I could have signed Lee Connolly, annoyingly, but we chose Charlie Whittaker instead. We chose Charlie Whittaker instead, and I don't regret that. I do this season, or the end of this season, but not in general. What I will say is it's 1-0 down in the first quarter of this semi-final. We have 2 games to play. This is the first. A lot of changes we could make. So many players are just not playing well. Jack Stott, Bimson, and Hamilton are the only players that can say they've had pass marks. Freeman apparently is having the worst game he's ever had. So we're going to bring on Gillies. Going to bring on Inaku. We are going to bring on Onyemachi. I don't really have a left midfielder. So I'm going to bring on Ide. We're going to put Whittaker out wide. Even though he's been playing poorly, we're going to put Ide as a shadow striker. We'll play Whittaker out wide and see if he can maybe improve how he's been performing in a little change of position. Whittaker now. Ball by post on your match. He doesn't want it, but it falls to Matthews. And it's in. Ross Matthews' 3rd goal of the season, and it is a big one. Equalises here at home against Montrose. And it is a goal we desperately fucking needed. Stott on the free kick. Forces a save from Stone. I'm assuming that's Harry Stone. Wicker still playing quite poorly. And he's knackered. We need to start making changes. Honest to God, I don't know what to do. We're going to bring on Hewitt. We're going to have to take off Whittaker. Somebody has to come on. It's going to have to be Connor. Oh, I can't count. I can't count. Okay. So Michael Hewitt's going to come on. If you can just keep this at 1-1 till the second leg, we'll go away to Montrose and try and win it, I suppose. That was not meant to rhyme. Well done, Whittaker. Go on, son. Go on, son. You've got to be doing better. At least cut it back for Inaku, who was running in. I just got told I couldn't make any more subs. And then you asked me to make another sub. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, we can't make another sub. The game's lying. There we go. Game's absolutely lying to me. So far, it's Ross Matthews' goal that's keeping us in this tie going into the second leg. Whittaker to deliver the corner. Can we steal a goal here? No. No, we cannot. Imagine there'll be a couple of minutes added on. Bimson's fucked up. Hermiston slotted it in. And we go into the second leg chasing the game 2-1. It's a poor pass on Onyemachi from Ross Matthews. Right, we blocked the initial shot. Can we block the cross? We just about get it clear. this will be a... Oh, fuck. Elgin City 1, Montrose 2 means that we are going 2-1 down into the second leg of this game. We're behind, but we're not out. Not yet. But by Christ, it is going to be tough. Oh, it's going to be tough. Join me in a second as we'll take on Montrose in the second leg of the playoff semi-final. Couple of changes and welcome back. Ben Payton comes in replacing Ross Matthews. He is a bit tired. Whitaker has been replaced by Naku. He is knackered as well. We just don't have the fitness. Brown also comes back in replacing Bimson because he is now fully fit, which gives us our strongest back four on paper. We need an early goal just to make us level. And in theory, we can do it. Like, we can do it. But Montrose's recent run of form, I generally won't be surprised if they win this whole damn thing. If they win the playoff semi-final and final. Inverness in-game have sacked their manager, although in real life, I don't know if anyone's seen this, but Inverness basically said they're going to go into administration if they can't raise, was it 200 grand in like 2 weeks? Mind-boggling. Absolutely fucking mind-boggling. Oh, McKeever's header hits the post. We are so unlucky there. That's a good start. Okay? We are going to kind of be wide open in the middle, but I'm hoping with our two attacking mids out wide, our two strikers, we can somewhat pen them in defensively. Why is Inaku doing that type of challenge in our own box? This goes in, it's all over. We are not coming back from 2 behind. I'll call it Callum Gallagher, 30th goal of the season. Well done, son. But I'm calling it now. We're out. We're done. We have another year in League One. And if we do, usually we'll come back for the end of season stuff. I won't. I'll probably just tack that on to next week's episode. Whenever that appears. But honest to Christ, this is such a disappointing end to the season. We've had the high of the semi-final and we have just crumbled in the league. Unbelievably so. Found it kind of fun. I was looking at some of our players. Some players have interest in them. The lads that are on loan because their contract's running out. They won't sign for us, don't worry. But I noticed that... Fucking hell. Ide is wanted by Aberdeen for some fucking reason. By the way, we're going to get hammered. We're going to get absolutely fucking hammered. I'm kind of hoping the board reset their expectations for next season because I can see us finishing bottom half next year. Can we get a goal before half time? It just annoys me. We had the post McKeever a couple minutes out of the game. I think we had 3 or 4 chances. They had none by 6 minutes in. So we're clearly being an attacking threat and then we just crumble again. Ball comes in, McKeever's there, heads it wide. The thing is, if you look at just over the course of the season, McKeever scored enough goals from his position to say, he's done his bit this year. To an extent, you can say the same about Monday. But there's really no one else. And that's the thing that's just the pain. That is the thing that hurts the most. We're going to bring on Ide. Just swap these roles around. Going to bring on Whitaker for McKeever. We'll bring on Hewitt for Payton. We'll bring on Riley for Clark. And we'll bring off Brown and bring on Bimson. We're making all 5 changes and we're kind of just going for it. Because that's all we have left to do. Is just hope that this personnel change and change a role in some places like both Riley and... I'm not Riley, sorry, as like Whitaker and Ede Monday. That it might affect things for us defensively or offensively better. They've had 3 shots, had all 3 on target, 2 in the back of the net. We've had 6 shots, not one has even hit the target. That is where we're at. And it sucks. Oh. Right, come on, guys. Right, come on. Get the ball in. Get the ball in, Whitaker. Oh, keep it down, Freeman. You keep that down. That's in the back of the net. Go attacking. That's all we can do now. Losing this game by 3 goals or 6 doesn't really fucking matter. End of the day, we're still losing. So out of this team, who are we losing then going into the summer who are out of contract? Molden is gone. Bimson will be gone. Ryle will be gone. They're both on loan. Hewitt contract is not being renewed. Still here, I think. Coot's still here. Ide is still here. Monday will be gone. Looking at the bench, Brown will still be here. In terms of contract anyway. I didn't see who else was on there. Awful. Max Clark here, I think. Gillies gone. Payton here. On your match 8, Wilkinson gone. Inaku here. McKeever here. Matthews gone. It's a lot of the team here gone. And that's just pre-contract. That's not anyone having an interest in every other players. You know, I'm hoping now to move on Ida. The fact that I know he's wanted. Let's move him on. Let's get any form of money in for him. And let's move on from a disastrous signing. And let's be honest, this has been an absolutely woeful end of the season for us. Just woeful. Just woeful. Let's stay around here. I am hoping we will get the squad planner. We'll see what our budgets look like for next season. See how much money we're going to have in terms of wages to spend. Because that's going to be key. I want to start trying to get business done ASAP. We know we're a League One side again next year. We can build on this. So we're going to have got to be having our end of season meeting surely. We've got to be having an increase in wage budget and 50 grand. What the fuck is wrong with yous? You're giving me £54,000 to spend. You've said my wage budget went up to 11 grand. That hasn't here, but it near enough has. You've given me like a £500 a week increase. £520 a week increase in my wages budget. Instead of the 20 grand that we were meant to be getting, minimum, you've given us 54,000. Cool. That's in a ridiculously... We don't even buy players. But what it does do is it gives me something to work with going forward. I mean, let's just first of all do this. Show me everyone who's on a long-term deal. So we are losing 10 players out of a squad of 22. We're going to have 12 players here by the time this is done. And that doesn't include players like Aluko leaving, Duncan leaving, Leach leaving, Peter Phillips not leaving. Yeah. Oh, it's going to be one hell of a summer. If I have a lot of work to do, and do you know what? Sitting here moaning about where we are isn't going to change anything about it. We're in for our third season then in League One. We did want stability. It just, if I had offered this beginning of this season with a second place finish and another season League One to strengthen, I'd have bit your hand off. It's how the season has ended. We went from looking like the favourites for the title and have crumbled. Just has kicked and hurt more than it should have. Our top goal scorer for the season was Monday. Our top assists is shared between Freeman and Coot, that right hand side, getting 18 assists between them. And honestly, that is all there is to say. As I say, if I remember, I'll tag on the end of season stuff onto the next episode. But this is where we'll end it for today. I have a busy summer to do. I'll see you next week. If you enjoyed the video, please leave a thumbs up. Really helps out the channel. And I'll see you next time. Goodbye.